Alright guys, we're back. I almost messed up pretty big. I had the engine flipped over and I put the lifters in already, and so I was just going to install the top end instead of flipping it back over, taking all the lifters out and stuff like that. But I was doing some research on this rear main seal, and it is by far the weirdest rear main seal I've ever seen. I've only worked on newer vehicles, so it's usually pretty simple. Just do it from the back, but on this one you actually have to remove the crank cap and get in there and put it on around the crank basically. So we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom end. We'll do the rear main seal, oil pump, we'll do the front timing cover I still have to put on, and then we can put the oil pan gasket on. So we'll go through a couple steps on that. Hopefully be done here today. All right, let's break this torque. Thing is on there. Oh man. What I mean by this is a weird rear main seal, this is it here. It's 2 half moons, 2 sides, and then nails. And the half moons, they go in the side here on the crank cap. So towards the back of the block, this here is a slinger. It slings the oil, right? Keeps it in basically. And then on the very last line of defense, you'll have those 2 half moons. You put one down low and one in the top and offset them, so that way they don't line up with these and just leak out the sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and loop those up a little bit, tear this apart. See, the old one was like a yellowish. Well, these are black, and this is the old one. Those are new. I'm trying to keep them separate. This side that's like curved here, it's gonna face backwards. And I'm just gonna try and slide it down in there. You just you want to keep it close and hugged around the crank while you rotate it, so that way it goes in nice and easy. And then I'm gonna get it down there decent amount. Then I'm gonna do this top one just about the same distance. And this one I'm gonna have the camphor facing that way, because when I put it on, that will be the back. And let's see. So when I put it on, I want it sticking out of this side, I believe. So we're gonna put it in there like that. I'm gonna measure it, make sure it's the same length. All right, for the bottom one, I have 1.02 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock that, and I'll measure this and bring that one down. But I need to put some seal in there because I messed up the rubber part that's in there. So I'm gonna put that seal in there now, because I think I'm pretty much ready. I'll put a little bit of sealant in there, just because there was the little rubber piece that's in there. It got damaged. I damaged it. It didn't just get damaged. And so I'm just trying to make sure it seals off in there good. Take this old, oh, luckily that's not too bad. Oh, this old one's like a cork. Got it pretty much all ready. Let me put these 2 guys in. And these are tapered off, so that's pretty simple. Oh man. Yeah, this might fit pretty easy. So let's see. We're gonna flip it over. Oh, and another thing. Woo! Uh-oh. Okay, it's right here. Another thing I almost forgot. They said put a little bit of gasket sealant right here on both sides on the outside portion of the block. That way, prevents any leaks coming out from the side. because you don't have a bolt directly over here. So that should be pretty good. This is gonna be kind of hard holding these in. I might put them in after, yeah.
I brought hair stuff for them.
Now I'm gonna slide these in. Oh yeah. These slide in super easy. So let's tighten these guys down. If they're lined up, right? I wanna tighten these hand tight. We wanna get our pins, and these are gonna go on the inside groove. I thought it was the outside. Let's just do one at a time, yeah? I'll just tap this in a little bit. Looks like it's pushing the thing down. Oh yeah. Oops. Oops. Don't be hitting your block. It's hard with this dust cover here too. Let me get a punch. All right, it's in there. Should be good. We'll see about that. I'll probably put a little bit of sealant in there just to close that up. All right, so we got the new oil pump. I have this container here. I put it in. I cleaned it out. I'm gonna dump some oil in there. Put some oil in there. Oops. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see that. We got oil coming out. You see that? So that's good. Put these bolts through. Flip this bad boy. Tighten this down so we get the squeeze out. Looks good to me. We're gonna do the same. Just kind of get it everywhere. Nice and sloppy. Put a little on this guy. I'm gonna rub it in. Try not to get it in the center if you can. And that copper ring. I like to go around the bolts too, just to be an extra. And then we're gonna put this on here so you can see it line up. Perfect. I'm kind of holding it up so it's as deep as possible in the oil pan, so we pick up all the oil in case we have any issues one day. Perfect, nice and snug. Make sure these are still snug. Perfect. Let's double check these. Perfect. Rotate this sucker again. Make sure it doesn't hit. Oh, nice. Should be about top dead center. It's not gonna hit anywhere. All right, now we're gonna do the front timing cover. That way this piece is on and we can get the oil pan on. All right, so first I'm going to take my new gasket, and what I like to do is I'm gonna glue it to where it needs to go. Make sure it's clean. I already sanded it down pretty good. This thing should be really good. And so we're gonna go down. I like to go on the inside of the bolt holes. You can go around them. Sometimes I go around them, usually. And there we go. I'm gonna rub that out. Basically, this is basically making a gasket here. If I wanted to, oops, I have to go on the inside. If I wanted to, I could probably mount the front cover and it'll work. Hope you guys can see that. Oops. Don't get no sealing on your timing gear. So that should be pretty decent to where now we can stick this guy on there. Perfect. Just gonna stick it on there and then kind of line up these holes, press a little bit. We'll keep it down. There we go. That's how I like to do that. And I'm just gonna do a thin coat on this one because we already got it. Oh, it's sticking to itself. I hate when it does it. So that seems pretty good. A little excessive, but it'll do. Make sure you put this piece in there. It's got a little slot down here on the bottom. Make sure that goes over the groove on the bottom. So now it doesn't turn. And you want to make sure it's not touching your can. See, there's a little lip on it. So if you put it the wrong way, this way first, it's gonna scrape up your cam gear. I'm just gonna put this. It's a lot easier with two people for sure. We're just gonna put that one through. And this one through. Oh, these are different lengths. That's not good. Got that sucker in there. It looks like the two big ones, or the four big ones would be on the bottom. And then do the four small ones up top. The second important part, when you're tightening these, you want to make sure this is level with the bottom so your oil pan gasket goes on good. So you just want to do finger tight, hand tight these bolts. So that way you can adjust what you need to do. So we're gonna make sure it's level there. So we'll go ahead and tighten this up. All right, so that's on. Let's do the oil pan now. I'm gonna use this black Velcro gasket here. And same thing, I'm gonna put some RTV all along. And then don't forget, I was gonna fill up those holes. These two holes right here. Put this guy down. Line up all the bolt holes. And push down a little bit, but not too much. And then I'm gonna do the same thing and put all the RTV. Nice and slow. Oops. There we go. Things are looking decent. These oil pan bolts are pretty big, but it is a big block, I guess. Usually they're like 10 millimeter. These are equivalent to 13 millimeter, whatever that is, ½ inch maybe. Now I'm just gonna go more with my hand. Oh, I wish I was taller. I could just stand on one side. Now I'm just gonna kind of do a star pattern. Now I'm just gonna kind of just do a little bloop, make it look not terrible. We got pretty much squeeze out all the way around, which is a good sign. Alright, so I don't know if you guys caught this, but I made a big mistake. Oh, I forgot to put the little gear in here. So don't forget that next time, right? Alright, so let's put this back on there. I'm kind of in a rush here because I have to... Is that in? All right, we are done for the day. Notice there's no oil pan. I put it on and took it off 3 times. You saw me putting it on the second time. The RTV was still a little soft, so I was like, whatever, put it on, we're good to go. Torqued it down, and it just kept in the back of my head. I was like, man, if it causes an oil leak, something very small, like the whole reason I'm doing this is to stop leaks because it was getting real dirty in there, and I mean, obviously want it to run better as well. So I took it off, and the only RTV I had was like a gasket sealant maker, which I don't know if you know about it, but usually if it says gasket maker, it's going to be so hard to get off and just be a pain in the ass. So I was like, you know, it looks like a softer style maker because it was gasket sealant maker. So, you know, I'm playing it in my head. I'm like, you know what, we'll just go ahead and do it. So I put that on, seal it up, torque it down, and the gasket around the bolt, stick it out. Now the inside, so the gasket goes around the bolt, right? And the outside of it was broken. The inside probably was still good. Again, not something I'm trying to risk. So gasket is off, or the oil pan is off. I'm gonna have to clean it up. It's still a little soft, so I can't clean it up yet. I have to clean the oil pan. It's disgusting. So that's going to need a razor blade and some sandpaper and just another 30 minutes of work at least, and then to install the oil pan gasket again. I'm going ahead and going to clean up what I can and get it prepared to start working on it tomorrow. Got Netflix just playing over and over. Tried to get YouTube up, but it's not working for some reason. Anyways, yeah, so that's upsetting. It's annoying. I don't know. I think it's like 7 p.m. I've been working on this for a while, just kind of learning as I go. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, like how do I do this? What torque spec? Kind of got to look it up and stuff. So that kind of makes it take a little bit longer. And when you make mistakes like this, if you build the same engine over and over, the same few engines, super simple. You're not going to make mistakes like I did. And yeah, so it's costing us a lot of time, but luckily the rear main seal's done, and that way once we flip it over, put everything on, as soon as we hook that hoist up, it's going in. Before I was gonna have to do I thought the rear main seal was in the back, but it's actually on the inside. In the back still, but definitely a lot worse to do on these vehicles than a more modern vehicle where you can do it from the back without taking the oil pan off. I don't know if I'll make this its own video or put a 2-part. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'm so close to hitting 1,000, and then I can make a few bucks off of it. Not much, but it's really just a milestone for me. I just been doing videos for a while. Not the greatest, obviously. Not the greatest videos, but I enjoy it. And to be able to make $1, $2 out of something that I've been doing for so long, it makes the builds take longer because I have to stop and record and talk. Like right now, there's no one here. I'm talking to random people. I wouldn't be talking to anybody. I'd be picking up and I'd be almost done. I'd probably be done cleaning up inside, taking a shower. I mean, I got fish stuff to do, but I'm gonna do that after I get out of the shower tonight. Long night. I'm gonna see if I can get my wife to go get McDonald's. I'm not trying to make dinner tonight. It is what it is. We don't have too much to put together. Putting the top end on tomorrow is the goal. And yeah, so see you guys next time.